Good afternoon, and what is a warm, bright and blustery day. It is Saturday, April the 6th, and I'm in the reading Nook with a nice hot cup of tea. And a very big box to continue unboxing. This is a big box of a miniatures combat board game. It weighs £30. It's probably the biggest box of games I've had arrive at the house, as it were, and it's complete. Now, what I've pulled out of here so far, you can see, here I am, I'm sat next to it, you know, he's reaching up almost to my head. Yeah, okay. Is that, which is Siege of the Citadel, Siege of the Citadel, which is the miniatures combat game based upon the Mutant Chronicles setting. Originally published 1993 by Target Games in Sweden, translated and given a role-playing game in the late 90s, which is what the Modiphius Entertainment version is based upon, using the 2D20 system. And then in 2019, this was reprinted as a very sort of like, you know, sort of like a sturdy new miniatures combat game, which you can see on the back here. And so I've done an unboxing of that. I'm going to put that over there. So this is, so, you know, the problem is this box is so big, you know, it imposes logistical issues when it comes to unboxing, and you're about to see that. So then we've got some packing material. Okay, that's there. And after the packing material comes out, the thing I unboxed last time was the Doom Troopers bonus pack. Here's where the fun starts, because I've actually got another separate box in here, which is all of the bonus material, and it's difficult to get out. So I'm not actually, now I did an unboxing of everything, and I'm not going to pull this box out because it's too big to be pulled out. I'm going to pull out the things individually. So let's start with that. I'm not going to, you've got these maps, and I'm not going to unbox those because, hey, it's just more maps. You've seen some of the maps, and as you can see, I'm having a lot of fun with this. So let's have a look. What should I have? Let's have a look at this next, because there is quite a lot in here still to go through. It's going to keep me busy. So this is the Dark Apostles expansion, and it's another miniatures expansion for the Mutant Chronicles Siege of the Citadel miniatures game. And the other thing is, about me wanting to get that box out, it's a lot of clamouring about, and you're here to hear me sit here and talk and drink tea. Mostly talk about the things I've got here, rather than clamber about with an incredibly heavy box. So, Dark Apostles expansion. This has more miniatures to the core game, and we have. This is going to be more. I think there's more to it. This is the Dark Apostles rules and mission book. So let's have a look at that. There's the mission book. So we've got the component list and the Dark Apostles rule book. So there we go. This is a bit more than the Doom Troopers bonus pack. Bonus pack was just miniatures and some cards and some maps. So after all the rules, we are into Aldroth as a setting. That's essentially the sort of like the location of the planet where the energies and direction of the dark Legion is emanating from. So these are kind of key locations within the setting, sort of like you want to fight, you want to go and strike at. So these are kind of signature battles. Then we've got Demogosis, another location, Semi, and these are quite small, tight battles. As you can see by the locations, it's telling you which maps to use, setups, rewards, and so on. So surprisingly, and then on the back we've got Moagier. So you've got multiple missions in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missions in there. And the thing about, I mean, that doesn't sound a lot, but the thing is there are multiple ways to play this, because you can play them sort of solo, with all your forces arrayed against the equivalent of an AI for the game, or you can play, your forces arrayed against those of the dark symmetry, one who's played by another player. So, and then we have the miniatures underneath. Being careful then, spill those. So let's have a look at these one by one. We've got some kind of like siren character there. Lots of energy and movement there, and presumably screaming. Monster with a giant cleaver. And Dark Lord with a great billowing hooked cloak. And the two giant monsters, just look at that. And there's kind of almost a feel of that. Essentially, you've got like an inspiration of sort of like Warhammer 40,000 a bit, and then also just the size of the miniatures. You're kind of thinking possibly Doom as well. That's a great miniature, really nice, lots of detail there, and that's going to look really imposing on the board. And then lastly, we have this monstrosity, one of the giant sort of like fist and kind of big sort of like battle glove with huge claws. So that's quite impressive. So, and then we've got a whole sheaf of, just get them to sit in there, sheaf of cards. So let's just open up these and see what's inside. So, we've got character cards for, this is the warning, Dark Apostle presence detected. There we go, there's that. And that's Semi. Several cards, and essentially, he's got different abilities on the back. So I think we've got these around the wrong way. So different effects, different locations. And so these are all double-sided. So these are all the different abilities for the different miniatures. So that's just for the one miniature. Then we've got another Dark Apostle, Wedgie. I mean, these are actually the actual sort of like the Dark Apostles themselves, and they have their own abilities. Such as, Haunting Stupor and Lord of Insanity. So there's those. Then we've got Ilion. So these are not actually. So I'm basically. It's been a while since I've looked at these. So these are actually what you're facing. These are the encounters with the Dark Apostles of the setting. The Dark Apostles of the Symmetry. This is Ilion. She has things like Mistress of the Night, of course she does. and Mistress of the Hunt, Mistress of the Void, defensive uplink, Void static, and so on. Then we have Demogosis, with abilities like the Befouler and debilitating Pox, symmetric angular disorder, the different various abilities of the various. Yeah, and I've just dropped a card. There. And then we have this is Algaroth and Apostle of War, Dark Absorption. So all the fronts are the same for each one. Fury of the Rezides, and then we've got condition cards, I think, something like that, and just general cards for them. So that's those, and then put those back in place. Let's find out what we've got beneath here. So I presume we're going to have some more. Yeah, we've got more mat boards. I'll show you those. Getting a bit blowy out here. I can find. So yeah, I mean basically we've got more mat boards like that. So there's a lot more gameplay in here than there is in the Doom Trooper expansion pack. I've got to go and get the rules in a minute because they flew onto the ground. Of course they did, because it is windy. I'll have to come out and do this today because the weather is good. Excuse me. Just get these back from the from the flower bed, as it were. So this is the Dark Apostles expansion. So this, I think, it really looks like to be the kind of like the end game kind of thing you would do after you played through Mutant Chronicles Siege of the Citadel one or more times, and you've built up your the Doom Troopers to be powerful enough to take on the big bosses of the setting. So this is Mutant Chronicles Siege of the Citadel Dark Apostles expansion pack. I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like button down below. And if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with, let me just put this over here, an enormous big box containing a complete game line, in this case miniatures combat game, board game, which I will unbox bit by bit and talk about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on, yes, nice hot cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. I will be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.